Sergeant Sue escorted Alvin Whaling Sinchita Azizu from the Border restaurant. The staff and other customers looked on curiously, whispering to one another. He ordered them into one of the police cars waiting outside. "My officers will take you back to your headquarters," he told them, "and you stay there, understand? Nobody leaves, not for any reason. You are not, I repeat, not to go off investigating on your own again. If you do, I'll put you all in protective custody." He paused to let his threat sink in. "I'll have patrols cruising your area just in case the snake tries anything. Meanwhile, I'm going to start searching for Rafe and Mars and Professor Julius Jung." The car sped off. Alvin sank back into the seat and looked around at his friends. Not only had their case spiraled out of control, but the lives of Rafe and Mars were also in jeopardy. And then there was Professor Jung. Where could he have gone? Had the snake grabbed him too? He was about to speak when his mobile phone shrilled. "Alvin Sow," he said gloomily. "Hi, Alvin," a husky voice greeted him. "Remember me? It's been such a long time." The door opened silently. A figure was silhouetted by the light from the passage outside. Rafe sprang at his opponent and held him in a strong grip. The man struggled wildly, kicking back at Rafe, trying to throw him off balance, but Rafe tightened his hold around the man's neck and forced him down to the floor. Suddenly Mars screamed. "Rafe, let him go. It's Edmund." Rafe relaxed his grip. He swung the intruder around and saw the handsome features of a boy his own age. Mars was on her knees beside Edmund. He was panting and gasping for breath. "I hope you haven't hurt him," he told Rafe. Rafe glared at her in a feeble light. "Not as much as I have lied," he snapped impatiently. Mars's concern for Edmund was beginning to irritate him. Couldn't she make up her mind? He wondered. Edmund rubbed his neck. "Don't make so much noise," he warned, "or they'll hear us." "How did you know where we were?" growled Rafe. Edmund shot him a sheepish grin. "I just happened to be outside the Border place when I saw two men knock you out and put a mask over your head. Then Mars came out and I saw a girl talking to her, so I followed her car." Mars stared at him in horror. "You've been spying on me?" she accused him. "That's why you were outside the restaurant." "But I thought you were in danger," Edmund said nervously. "You're lying," Mars unleashed her anger. "Edmund, I told you it's all over between us. Rafe is my boyfriend. How dare you sneak around after me?" "I just wanted another chance to talk to you, that's all," Edmund told her defensively. "That's why I followed you." Rafe placed a calming hand over Mars's wrist. "Maybe it's just as well he did," he reminded her. "At least we can escape now." Mars swung around on Rafe. "Don't you dare defend him," she stormed. "I'm sick of boys. You're all the same. You're just so childish." Edmund struggled to his feet. He looked at Rafe. "We've got to get out of here. I don't know how many men they've got guarding you. I came down from the roof." "Then let's leave by the same way," Rafe said. Edmund led them from the storeroom and along the passage. Rafe kept glancing back to make sure they weren't being followed, while Mars held her stony silence. Another 3 flights of stairs brought them to a door that opened onto the deserted roof. A brick parapet sounded it on all sides. I climbed over from the next building, Edmund explained. They peered over the ledge onto the roof of the warehouse next door. Light shone from some of the windows. Edmund hauled himself up onto the parapet, swung himself over the top, and dropped down to the other side. Mars and Rafe followed. Mars, still sobbing, refused any help. They walked across to a stairwell and made their way down to the street. Rafe held out his hand. Edmund, thanks for helping us. I'm sorry I was rough with you. Edmund shook his hand. And I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused between you and Mars. You won't see me again. Rafe gave him a good-natured punch on the shoulder. He turned to talk to Mars, but she was already halfway up the street, heading for the bus stop. Alvin screamed in the police car. Ty's voice on his mobile phone was so loud he was sure Wheeling could hear every word. He pressed the phone even closer to his ears. Ty, he blurted out a name before he could stop himself. What do you want? Alvin, is that all you can say? She purred. I've missed you. I know you think I'm a bad girl, but now I have a chance to prove that I'm not. How? Alvin stammered. He could feel his cheeks burning. Beside him, Wheeling fought down her jealousy. Her beauty spot was twitching angrily. I have saved your friends from my father, Ty told him in her breathless voice. I'll tell you where you can find them. She gave him the address of the warehouse. Alvin scribbled it down on the back of his hand. Ty's voice suddenly carried an edge of fear. Just in case my father knows where they are, you should rescue them quick. She paused. Well, aren't you going to thank me? I can't right now, Alvin mumbled as Wheeling kicked his foot. He killed the call and punched in Sergeant Sue's mobile number before Wheeling could say anything. Sergeant Sue, the snake's daughter just rang me. Here's where you'll find Rafe and Mars. Rafe caught up with Mars at the bus stop. When he touched her shoulder, she pulled away. Mars, he began, I hate to see you like this. All I said was... Mars spun around and flung her rage in his face. I didn't ask Edmund to chase after me. And I didn't ask you to be jealous. You didn't even trust me, Rafe. You didn't even give me a chance to explain. Rafe tried to hold her hand, but Mars pushed him away. You boys are just so high and mighty. Edmund was spying on me, and what did you do? Nothing. And then you took his side, after all the trouble he'd caused. You started to defend him like he was your best friend. I don't believe it. I was just trying to make peace, that's all, Rafe taunted. It's like I have no say in anything, Mars held back. It's like you two boys get to choose who's going to be my boyfriend. You don't own me, Rafe limped. I'm not your property. I'm not some kind of pet. I'm not your toy. Mars, that's ridiculous, Rafe told her. I've never thought of you like that. Oh, Mars shot him a sarcastic smile. And how do you think of me, Rafe? What do I mean to you, really? Rafe saw a taxi approaching. He lifted his arm to hail it. I'll tell you in the taxi, he winked. Mars grabbed his arm angrily and swung it around. No, that's too easy. You want everything your own way, all the time. It's always that you want, and never what I want. Her eyes blazed defiantly into his. Not anymore. She glanced up the street as a bus lumbered towards them. She seized his arm and shuddered. "You can tell me on the bus," she challenged him. "If you want me back, Raphael, you're going to travel on the bus." The snake's wrath was terrifying. The gangster summoned to his watchers atop one of the city's highest buildings faced the silver screen that concealed the snake's true identity. "You tried to eliminate Alvin Sow and two of his associates at the professor's house, and what happened?" "Failure. They survived. Then my daughter kidnapped Ma Suang and Raphael Lim. And what happened?" "Another failure. You let them escape. If I found out they managed to do that, death will come to those responsible. I do not tolerate failure." The snake's voice, distorted through a special microphone, screamed in their ears. "I will not be stopped, and I will get my revenge on Alvin Sow and his investigators. Once the police stop protecting them, I don't want them or Sergeant Sue causing further trouble. We have billions of dollars within our grasp. We can't afford any more mistakes. I won't allow anything or anyone to stand in my way."